Okay, let's get started. Let's pop open the script editor. And the very first thing that we need to do is activate the advanced service for YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and just give this the name, YouTube dashboard. And then we can go to resources, advanced Google services. And since Y is all the way down at the bottom, we're going to activate the data API. Perfect. And click OK. Okay, so I added an onOpen function, which is just going to create a add-on menu for the dashboard tool, and then just a two-line function called update sheet, and this will just kind of console log for us. So let me go ahead and add this to the spreadsheet, which is going to require some permissions, which is not a problem. I want to be able to view information from my videos. And since this is a commercial account, I have to click on the unauthorized, but that's okay. So now I've got my YouTube dashboard here, and if I click update sheet, it's going to run we're only 3 minutes in, and I've already made a mistake. So it's not the YouTube.videos. That would be if you already know the IDs of videos you want to pull. No, in this case, we want to search. But we want to search specifically for the snippets for my videos is true, and then the type video. So when you do that, you actually get the object here. Now, one of the problems is it's paginated. So we're going to have to handle multiple pages because it's giving me 149 results, which I'm not totally sure. I didn't think I had that many videos, but we'll find out. And then results per page 5. Well, we can actually up that. Since we know that there's almost 150, we can do max results, and we'll say 50. And now if we run this, I'm just running it straight from the script editor instead of from the dashboard. Now we should have total results 149, but results per page 50 instead of 5. Perfect. I think 50 is the max. Not I think, I know 50 is the max. So we're going to have to actually run this 3 times. And to do that, we're going to use this next page token. What the next page token does is it allows us to get the next 50 results without really too much struggle and strife. So I'm just going to write this out and write in this function, and then we can refactor it into a nicer looking format in a moment. Okay, so now I've got my updated update sheet function. That's a little confusing. Updated update sheet. Well, now I'm taking in 2 parameters, but I'm setting a default variable for both of them here. Because when I run update sheet the first time, it's not going to have any parameters. But then when the results come back, if there is a next page token, I want to take all of those results. I'm going to concatenate them. I'm going to pull just the snippet off of the item, put it back into this array, and then I'm going to send it back with a recursive function call here, update sheet. I'm like calling the function from the function. That's called recursion. And then I'm passing in a results this time that already has the first 50 results in it, the first 50 snippets. And then it's giving it the next page token, which when that gets passed, it's getting attached to the parameters, and we call YouTube search once again. The time that it comes back and it doesn't have a next page token, it's just going to come and log those results. So now I've got the 148 videos here in my array. I thought it was 149. Well, we'll figure that out in a minute once we get to actually start to see some of the data. Okay, so this is our update sheet. Actually, I'm going to break this out, and we're going to call this, let's do a new script file. We'll call this helpers. And I want to copy this over to helpers, and we're going to call it, instead of update sheet, let's just call it get all videos. And since we call it here also, get all videos, and then I want to return the results. I think what I can do is I can return this. So let's save that. We need to come back over, and we need to still have an update sheet, but it doesn't take any parameters. And what we're going to do is we'll call this video list, and this equals get all videos and no parameters. So now that we have this video list, let's actually take a look at what's in there. I think I can do video list for each, put a function in there with each video. Yeah. And let's just logger.log video.title. Let's run this update sheet and see what happens. Perfect. All right, I've got all these titles here. Now I got to do some stuff with them. Specifically, let's kind of put them into an array that we can then just display on the spreadsheet. Okay, so now I've got this update sheet function ready to roll here. Declaring a couple of variables at the top. And then I'm going to actually iterate using the map function, which is one of those functional programming methods that you can use on arrays. I've done a video about them in the past. You can go out there and check that out, or there's tons of documentation about it. And once you learn how to use map effectively, your programming, your coding, your ability to kind of manipulate data becomes so much more powerful. So I'm not going to go in depth into how it works here, but basically I'm iterating over every video in the list. I am creating an image string using a Google Sheet function image, and then I'm just returning all of that into a new array. So these really represent every row. If there's no length, it's just going to say no videos. That won't be a problem for us. That's just kind of a little safety check. It's going to take the frozen row and then append all of the values therein after. I'm going to run this from the script editor. And let's just come in here and take a look. Great news. Now, how can I actually set these? I wonder, is there a way to actually, you know what I can do? Maybe if I do like this. That works. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and I'm going to pull this description out. Okay, that looks all right. Now, the one other change I'm going to make here is column B. I want to, instead of that just displaying false, I want that to be a tick box. And so I think I can go to, oh, maybe it's checkbox. There we go. Yeah. And because these are, I've just updated it, it's not ticked. What I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to make it so that we can change the title and the description. And when that changes, we're going to tick this box, and then we're going to create another function that's going to actually sync that with YouTube. So we can make changes here. We can make a ton of changes. Maybe we can add something to every description. We can maybe clean up titles. Who knows? Tons of things tons of options. Like, for example, I see a URL here, blog.jordanray.com. I don't use that URL anymore, so I'd want to come in and fix that. I probably reference that in a number of descriptions. Yeah, I moved my blog over to techieenglish.com, and so I need to fix that. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and do that in the next video.